Yeah.
Then the problem with Rylands, they asked for 2 silver and 2 gold of the 9 foot. Guess what they sent me?
Go on.
I'm going to have to ask if they can have silver.
Bars?
Yeah. Seriously now, bars. Acts like knowing.
Yeah.
I agree. Is that athletic look?
The big bulky look is just not.
Well, I think it depends on how you're built. Some people it don't even suit. And there we go, we've got chicken tikka salad for the lunch. What you got, Ron?
Turkey.
Hee
Not a high protein diet.
All washed down with a Pepsi Max. Right then, 25 foot from that side to that side, and then from there to there, we've got about 8 foot. Now we could have cut it out dog leg, and we could have took this 3 foot out here, but we decided not to because there's 2 of us. It's not going to be an easy spin out, but it's not going to be terribly difficult. So I'll give this side to Ron.
Am I unrolling it?
Yeah.
Go on. Keep it like that, keep it like that, keep it like that.
That's the one. Keep going. Just out that door bar there, mate. I don't want it too much up. Right, for now then, we've got that. So what we'll do now is we'll get that up, we'll get that over. Right, so we're going on the measurements that we've cut because we are net out this bar. And then if I pull this in slightly, we are net out of there. So just pop off it a second, Ron. Needs a little tiniest of, that's it. Right, I'm happy that we're straight there. So we now need to cut this back here. But this, what cuts out, yeah, is doing the upstairs. So cut that out there to there, and we'll take it off there.
Yeah.
Right, so we're at this point where we'll take that off, and then we'll take that off. So Ron will probably take that side off, and I'll take this side off, and we're good. Right. I think what I'll do first is let down this side because of the tension on this corner. So that helps that, release that tension that was on that corner. Cut this as net, not as net as possible, but so we can use it for something, doing those stairs. Good morning, good people. I hope you've enjoyed the first half of the video. I've decided that I'm going to run it and extend it a little bit for this one, just to show you a few bits and bobs that we can cover, or I can cover in the week, whether I'm teamed up, working with a labourer, fitter, or whatever needs to be, and on different kinds of jobs as well, from carpet fitting to repairing and cleaning. So obviously you've just watched the carpet fitting where I was hooked up with a Ronnie boy, double upstairs and landing. Lengthy job, to be fair, that one. Literally just got back from the gym, early bird catches the worm and all that, out the door just after 6 hour session. I'm back. I'll be starting the day today with an upholstery job. I think it's 7 seats of upholstery, and then I'll be moving on to some commercial work which I'll be covering as well. So I'll cover a little bit of the upholstery, and then we're doing some carpet tiles in like an office complex, about 137 square meters of carpet tiles. So I've also got, tomorrow being Saturday, another commercial job on, which is heavier soiled, so I may even cover that. I'm just trying to chuck a few bits and bobs in there, but I'm hoping that you're enjoying it so far, and I hope you continue to enjoy the rest of the video. And if you do, give us a comment, tell us what you like, what you think, what you'd like to see, if there's anything different that you'd like to see, just to get the algorithm, the momentum and things like that going, to find more cleaners, more fitters, more repair technicians, that kind of thing that can come along. Jump on the channel and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed and it is the first time that you're watching it, then please go ahead, subscribe, drop us a like and maybe a comment, and that will just help us grow the way we want to go. So all the best with this, and I hope you enjoy the rest of it, guys.
Well, I set the keys up. Keep what was set there. Oh, I am. Cool. Cool. I think there's Alexa there. If you want music on, just speak to Alexa.
All right, Adam. Cheers, pal. Thank you. Right then, so inspection done. Time for a vac. Right then, good people, last job of the day. It's been a busy one. It's about 20 to 4 in the afternoon. So that last job was tricky, to be fair. What looked like soiling was actually browning. So I cleaned the sofa and then the browning started to reappear. So I had to obviously then go and put a solution on to get rid of that. So it took longer than it should have, to be fair. And it turned out really well, as you've seen by the pictures. That was almost dry. So I was happy with it. I'm sure the customer will be happy with it. It was kind of a key job. But it did put me back a lot. Probably, I'd say about an hour and a half. So again, when it comes to pricing jobs and things like that, always make sure, worst case scenario, you're all right. You know, that job was priced correctly because you never know what you're going to encounter. You know, those veterans, you've probably been there before. You know, there's a million and one things that can happen. But newbies, you know, if you're watching the channel, anything can happen kind of thing. So just cover yourself when it comes to price point, because obviously you're going to be the one that's there trying to correct something that probably isn't your issue, isn't your problem. The customer wouldn't have even known that that was browning, but she'd obviously had it cleaned before, whether it was low moisture or insect extraction, I don't know. All I do know is when she contacted me, she'd already had 2 companies round. One said it wasn't wet cleanable and the other one wouldn't clean it. Didn't really say why, but didn't want to clean it. So obviously she contacted me, a little bit worried that it wasn't cleanable. It had been in storage slightly as well. But like I say, I think someone had a go at it because that wasn't actually soiling, that was browning. So that starts to reappear as it starts to dry out if obviously you've not got your solution set right on the acidic side. So I cleaned with a micro splitter that reduces anyway, but not enough. So I had to mist it to obviously take care of the browning, and then I groomed it out and it was fine. So here we are then, 137.5 square meters of carpet tiles for the last job. Now it will be encapsulation. I think these tiles, apart from the stains, are in good condition, you know. So we've got teas and coffee stains really, some watermarks. That looks like a watermark. That's definitely a tea or coffee that's gone. You can see the splashes coming off it. Again, yeah, I mean, this is drink spillage galore, eat your heart out. You know? And they're absolutely everywhere. I did see a little bit of sticky residue here. I don't know if someone's tried to have a go at cleaning and that might have pulled the bitumen through. I'm not sure. If it comes away with a solution, then fantastic. This is probably the most worn carpet out of them all. Obviously, they've had a desk here. That's a chair. You know, backwards and forwards, and it's I don't know if it's doing it any justice on that camera. It doesn't really appear to be doing it justice, but let's see how we can get that. Product of choice today, Bonnet Pro. We're going to be going in with Omega Surround from Bonnet Pro. Really good encapsulation solution. Very good on dilution rates. And I'm thinking of ways to do an A1 job, but get out of here faster. And there's a million and one things we can do by doing, you know, the correct job with the end result the same, but faster ways. So for instance, this has got to be obviously vacked. It's got debris everywhere. These little letters and numbers, stickers kind of thing. And then obviously debris quite everywhere. So yeah, once it's had a good vacuum, instead of pre-spraying, I think I'm going to shower feed. If I shower feed, it will make things faster. We'll get the coverage exactly the same, but it will make things faster. Now, Omega Surround, for those that don't know, it is from Bonnet Pro. I get it obviously over here in the UK from Restore Mate. That is my go-to janitorial suppliers. You know, they do absolutely everything. You've probably heard me bang on about them before. Really do rate the company. Great after service. John and Lynn, they're the guys that own it. Really polite, you know, wealth of knowledge. So if you ever need any help, John or Lynn can probably help you out. A little bit of a dirty patch there. And oh, another spill down there. So yeah, without further ado, let's get the vac on. Those letters seem to be coming up okay at the moment. So they must obviously have the backings on so that the stickiness of them is not on show to stick to the fibres. Oh, this carpet is just vacuuming up lovely. And the vac smells lovely as well. I always make sure that the vac smells heavenly. It's no good going in a customer's ass when it comes to domestics with a vacuum that smells like wet dog or something, you know. So all I do, I buy them, they're like little discs, you know, and I just put them on top of the filter so that obviously when the suction pulls through, it pulls the scent through and it lasts a long time. I mean, these are good. I'll have to try and get a little bit of footage of them. I'll go down to the van in a bit. They're in my side compartment, so I'll show you which ones I'm on about. They are really good, to be fair. For anyone, you know, that's after something to put in the vac, make it smell heavenly, nice and fresh. This is like a fruity smell in this one, so yeah, it's nice. Anyway, let's speed this up. Right then, so this is the downstairs entrance to the office space. Now, this room has been freshly recarpeted with carpet tiles, so we're obviously not touching that, but this entrance mat here, we're going to do. So I've just took a before picture and I will pop an after picture on there as well, so we can see the change in that. Right, let's get tackling this upstairs. Right then, here we are, guys. So that room I've just done and all around there, so I'm just coming kind of over here now. And I must admit, it's cutting through it. It's cutting through it lovely. I've got an Iron Man pad on. So at the moment, we're kind of collecting soil, because they do. Sorry, not an Iron Man, a zebra pad. I'm going to go over afterwards with a zebra pad. With an Iron Man pad. Bloody hell, get my words right. So yes, I've got a zebra pad, agitation pad on at the moment, which I'll use to do the whole floor, and then I'll go over with an Iron Man pad afterwards, just to help collect a little bit more if there's anything left. And also, the main thing is to help dry it. Just on and off. On and off. Just to keep that pad lubed. Yeah, we've got a few little stains here, if you can see. On, off, on, off. And again, on, off, on, off. On, off. Right, so we'll give this area a little agitation in. See, as it starts working, it'll just start knocking those out. So with the Omega Surround, I have added a good splash of 40 volume hydrogen peroxide. If I was to measure it out, I would probably say about 100 ml. Yeah, I'd say about 100 ml, a good splash. To some of you that might not be, that might be a little, but hydrogen peroxide goes a long way, especially when it's diluted with something else. And the Bonnet Pro encapsulation has got enough ingredient in there to tackle it anyway. It's just I knew that the hydrogen peroxide is going to definitely bang out these teas and coffee spills. So we mixed up a bucket, 10 litres to do the whole job, which I would say is spot on, 137.5 square metres. Here we go, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Oh, bless your little cotton socks. Look at that. Look at that. Let's try a bit of stickiness. Now, the citrus in this end cap should really knock out the stickiness. Let's try. Sometimes it's good to just hit it so that the product's in there, especially when you're shower feeding like this. Hit it and then maybe just come back to it once it's had chance to actually work. Because remember, it probably hasn't, because we're shower feeding, so it's not sat there, nothing's sat there. And sometimes it needs that, so you can see it's there. With carpet towels, you have to be very careful, because when it comes to using solvent spotters and things like that, you have to be very careful. Really, you've got your HWE system at the side ready to extract it, because if you let it sit there, it is definitely going to find its way to the backing of that tile, and depending on what you're using, could break down the backing of that tile. And what will happen then is the bitumen will just wick up, should I say. It will just wick up through the tile. So be very careful for those that haven't done commercial flooring, like gel-backed carpet tiles and things like that. You know, got to be very careful. It's looking absolutely lovely at the moment. Like a new carpet. Let's tackle this bit here. Let's tackle this on off. On off. On off. The grubbier areas, don't be afraid just to keep whipping over it. You know, I've seen some people afraid to do that because they think that they're going to distort the pile. We're not keeping the machine rotating in one spot. We just keep coming across it. Just keep coming across it. Not a lot of soiling came out these carpets. You know, this is more stainage than actual soiling, let's say. You know, they're fairly new. It wouldn't surprise me if they've been down less than 5 years, I would say. Maybe even less than that, maybe a few years. But in the office environment, you can guarantee the sort of staining you're going to get is teas and coffees. It's a nice job as well, because when you do commercial, if you can be in a building like this all by your Todd, with no one in and out, you know, out of work hours as well, perfect. I mean, this is a relet, so obviously everything's gone, the desks, everything, it's totally empty. It really is a godsend. A job like this is just nice to do. Rough with a smooth, as they say. Rough with a smooth. Sometimes though, I don't know if you've been there before, guys, it just seems like it can be all rough. You know, if you don't implement things in your business. You know, number one is pricing structure, ain't it? You know, if a pricing structure isn't right, you're going to be hitting rough, aren't you? And I don't mind grafting as long as it's filling me pockets, you know, because we only get the one body. Take care of it, and the work you do, make sure you value yourself. I'm the biggest believer of that. Make sure you value yourself, because no one else is going to. And it's okay you know, doing things for less than they should be done for. But then you're in control, you know. So never be scared of knowing your worth and pricing correctly for jobs, you know. Me personally, I've told you time and time before, I don't follow any bandwagon, any other businesses. I'm not the kind of guy that goes ringing up other businesses. I'm not saying this isn't a thing that you don't do, because I don't do it. I just don't do it. I'm happy earning what I'm earning. I couldn't care less what anyone else is earning. You know, if a customer turns around to me and says, oh, you're a lot cheaper than the other company we rang, or oh, you're a lot more than the other company we rang, it really doesn't bother me at all, because I'm not bothered. They're my prices. I make a profit on those prices, you know, and I live the lifestyle I'm going to live. But how do I get to them prices? Because the work I do and what I'm saving them when it comes to cleaning, you know, you have to weigh it up, don't you? With what it is you're cleaning, how much it is, how much would it cost them to replace it. Every carpet's different. That's why, me personally, there is no pricing structure. You can give a rough guide price, yeah, absolutely. You know, customer rings up, how much for a lounge? I don't know, 75 quid, let's say, for a 16 square metre lounge. Let's just say we're at that, yeah? You get there, and you've asked them all the questions, and they've not told you the honest truth, and there's animal fur in the carpet that ain't coming out as easy as it should do. You know, them kind of things, urine, and anything else really that wasn't talked about that's there, you're in full entitlement to, you know, say to the customer, when we asked you, you know, what we're doing, is there any odours, you know, any stains that need taking care of? You answered no. You've actually got quite a few, and if you've got a black light, things like that, to test for urine by seeing the signature of it, you know, without kind of looking to put on money. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. You know, I don't go in and start looking for more money. I know some of you might go, whoa, you know, I do, definitely. If there's something there, I don't mean that. I don't mean, you know, the stairs could do with a clean. I'm not on about that. Yeah, sure, I'd go, oh, if you want your stairs doing or whatever, you know, give us a call. I'm on about, you're there to do a job, and all of a sudden you're trying to sell them everything. It's almost as bad as bait and switch, you know, in my opinion this is, and that's not everyone's opinion. But there's nothing worse that a customer hates is, you know, that you've not been straight with them. So that's why it should be easy when it's on the other foot and they've not been straight with you. I find it easy anyway, you know, that's the price. The price is going to change. I've not done any work because I've seen it, you know. I let them know, you know, that's your new price to do that. 9 times out of 10, there's no quirrels, no quarrels. It's just literally, yeah, you know, sorry that I didn't see that. Some people don't. Some people live like that. You know, they don't see what you see. I could have come in here with obviously the HWE, portable, truck mount, could have done all that, but it didn't need it. You know, and I am a strong believer as well that low moisture end capping is a brilliant method of cleaning, and done correctly, I stand by all the low moisture guys. You can get the absolute best results going, you know. I mean, the smell of this Omega surround. It's like a zesty smell. It smells absolutely gorgeous. One thing I can guarantee is when the new business comes in, you know, after the weekend, because I think it's Monday, I've had to pull this one in. Short notice, guys. You know I don't like that kind of stuff. But like I say, it's a good customer. You know, they've got a lot of property. They own a lot of buildings. And I don't mind going above and beyond for the right kind of client. That's come up lovely down there, hasn't it? I mean, that was quite bad. I'm just going to run over it once more. Oh, absolutely lovely. Look at this, guys. Absolutely gorgeous. Big patch down here, on, off, on, off. Let's get that solution in, working. Same as before. Get the solution in the pile, let it start working, doing its magic, and then we can go back over it as and when, you know. A little bit of a sticky spot just there, so I'll just run it a couple of times. It's taking it out. It needs a dwell. Definitely needs a dwell. I don't know if you can see that I keep passing. It's just a little dot. Probably a sweet or something, so it's sticky. So the citrus is in there, it's working. Let's have a look, see if you can see it better. Just there. So the solution's in there working. Give it a bit of time and we'll go back over it. But yeah, amazing. It's coming up absolutely lovely. We've got this down here. And I'm coming up against this now. So we'll let the solution sink in there again. 10 litres. The whole job. 137.5 square metres here. With the side offices. That I'm also obviously doing. Oh, bless you, look at that. Lovely. Looking forward to getting in that office there, because that one, remember, was the worst one. Little spot there. Again, that sugar. Sugar needs time to break down. When the solution's in, let it break it down. This is where a desk has been. Friday as well, guys, today. And here I am, cleaning in the evening. Called for it, but I tell you what, it'll be a takeaway for me as a treat tonight and a few beers. Why not? Friday night. Have a few beers, relax. Enjoy the week, see what I've done. Count the stack. Have a total up. Have a tot up. See what we've done. I'm working tomorrow, guys. Like I say, I might. See, now that's had time just to sit a little. Lovely. Wow. I don't want to bang on about it, guys, but I'm a massive lover of low moisture cleaning. Massive. I love it. If it could tackle absolutely everything, you wouldn't need for anything else. And the truth is, it can't tackle absolutely everything because, you know, certain things need extracting. But you can have a little tiny shop vac, you know, a spotter for that kind of stuff. And I know several companies that do just that, you know, and they get on absolutely lovely. Really good customer base and all that kind of stuff. I try and do it as much as I can and where I can. Not a lot of soil, like I said, came out of these carpets though, guys. Not a lot of soiling at all. Stainage. Right, let's start in the far corner. On, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. There we go. Right, catch me in a minute. Right then, guys. There's your matting. Lovely jubbly. Just want to have a look at it. Let's have a look at those troubled areas. So we had a big water stain down there. This might be the showstopper because I think that has come up lovely considering what it was. Look at the colours pop in. It is nice to walk through your own work when you give a damn, you know, when you've got a bit of passion. Amazing product, amazing method. Done correctly, as I always say, will get you amazing results. All those sticky little drip marks that were down here, totally gone. Look at the pink in this. It's alive again. So there was a really good mixture of stains on these carpet tiles, and that is why we got called. It wasn't for soil extraction, it was for stain removal, but to the customer it's the same thing. Make my carpets clean, make them look good. So till next time, guys, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next.